what's up, everyone? It's your host Kai here, back with another installment of Not That You Asked, where me, your host Kai, talks about anything and everything that no one asked you to talk about. And today is a special day for us. Usually, I know some of you guys are used to my co-host Ashley, but today she's not here, and instead I have someone dope here to take her place, and it is my cousin Chandra. Y'all, she knows everything about music, so I felt like it was only fitting that this episode be dedicated to music and its evolution in this past year, because so much has happened in the music world, and I feel like we need to talk about it. And also, we're going to be putting y'all on here in this episode, so make sure y'all stay tuned throughout the entire thing. So we're going to get into this chat. I guess first, tell the people a little bit, because you're new here on this kind of platform. I've had her on my YouTube before, but tell the people what you do involved in music and all that good stuff.
Okay. What's up, you guys? My name is Chandra. I'm a writer and a journalist, freelance writer and journalist. I have a blog called Sneak Vibing, where I cover hip hop, music, art, and culture. I kind of pivoted it in like 2018, late 2017, early 2018 to cover artists in Buffalo. And ever since I did that, it's like gone crazy. I've got to connect with a lot of amazing artists in Buffalo. As you guys know, Buffalo hip hop is like slowly rising on the scene right now, super hot. We got Griselda from here. We got a couple other artists from here. So I'm really excited. And it's just a blog ran by a woman. We're trying to commentate on hip hop music, share our opinions, highlight amazing artists, and just gonna keep growing. And I write on the side, so I love everything music and culture.
Yes, she's always putting. If y'all need to follow her, I'll tell y'all all that at the end also. But if y'all want to be put onto some good music, make sure I'm going to give y'all all the information so y'all could be in the vibe. But today we're just really going to focus on like this new evolution of music. I feel like so many artists are like just rising up. Like it's just so not random, but it's just happening everywhere. So many different artists, specifically due to like the TikTok culture that we're in a little bit. So like, I guess we're just going to talk about that. First, I want to ask you, what is a TikTok song that you discovered? What's a song you discovered through TikTok?
Oh my gosh. I got to think about this. Astronaut in the Ocean comes first to me because that song, it's played out. I don't know what the title is, but Medicine recently made a remix to it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, that's so bad.
No. I want you and me for so.
Oh, and I know you're talking about. I don't know the name. I feel like that's with a lot of TikTok songs, like you just don't know the name. You just like you can sing it back to someone, but you don't know the name.
I think what they've done, which is really smart with TikTok, they can't. A lot of times they can't. They can use original song, but they can only do snippets of the original song for like trademark reasons or whatever, licensing reasons. But if you slow it and reverb it and add your little flair, you can like have a moment, and it's still the like keeps the essence of the song, but then you add something new. So I feel like TikTok is this new experimental space where people can really play with music in a different way.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of songs I probably would not have discovered if it wasn't for TikTok. My little
sister would be
like, oh,
like what's the song that?
Let me see. Ooh, this is a little hard because in the beginning of 2021, I was on TikTok a lot. Recently, I'm barely there. But oh man, I don't know why this is so hard. What I came up with this? Why didn't I think of this? Oh my goodness.
Never thought.
No. There's this. Ooh, it's like I can't even remember the words right now. But there's this song, and if I describe what the TikTok was, y'all probably know exactly what song. But it was like I think it's Runaway. I think the song's called Runaway, if I'm not mistaken. And people would like pose and it just be like a new screen in the back. I wish I can sing it, but I can't remember the words. But that was just a pretty song. It's just like a pretty song. Just nice. But I see Drea, my girl Drea. I don't even know her, but I supported her for a while. I see her like on my own freestyles going crazy. I never been with a buddy. She calls it's going crazy. I'm so happy for her.
You put me onto her because you had posted a song called Time.
Yes, loved it.
With her. And then I really got into that song. Then, I don't know how, but I got two and two together because I was already kind of like watching her TikToks, but I didn't put two and two together that she was making music too until I think she shared one of the songs. And I was like, oh. that's that person that was on your story. So yeah, but I love her. And then when I realized that she was a dancer first, I was like,
Yep.
Oh, that was my first passion, was to be a dancer. I want to be a dancer before anything. So
yes,
I love it when dancers make
dope to see her like rising now. So many celebrities are doing the dance. It's like crazy. Yeah. But yeah, if I hadn't known her, I would probably say that song, but I had already knew who she was.
Yeah.
For sure. So what do you think about like the music of this year? Because I know, like, I don't know, there was some good moments, there was some bad. I know we had this year, we got Kanye's whole album, Debacle.
Yeah.
We had that. We had, I think, didn't Drake drop this year as well?
Drake dropped, it was like Drake and Kanye, like going back and forth, like who's gonna drop their album first. And I think Drake ended up dropping his album first.
He did. Because like Kanye kept pushing his.
Yeah. I don't know. Music is interesting. So for me, like people have a problem like listening to music now because like the radio and things like that. I think people are starting to realize that I can curate my own music. I don't need the radio. I don't need commercials. I don't need these like traditional platforms telling me what to listen to. But the thing about it is that I've always kind of been like that. Just kind of how like I was raised up. I've always been like, I'm gonna find what I like and listen to it. I don't have to listen to whatever's on the radio. I mean, I still listen just to see like why is it popular? But the thing is, once you do that for so long and you listen to music and you start to follow the right platforms, you kind of touch base with like artists that are rising. You can kind of project who's gonna be like hot in a month or like in a couple weeks or whatever, or a year from now. You can kind of project that. So I kind of enjoy, this is nerdy stuff, like listening to a song and be like, I wonder how this is gonna go. Like I wonder, I see potential with this artist, or this artist might have to tweak his image a little bit and then he'll be fire. So yeah, it's interesting. I feel like the general populace is like, oh man, we can listen to whatever we want to listen to, and TikTok has shown that we can even create whatever we want to listen to. So
honestly,
that was my nerd answer.
It's so many like artists rising now and I love it. I love just finding new people here and there. Just like it's just been amazing like this year. And I think this year also we've gotten more like less more relatable songs from some people, in some cases, not at all, or some more that deal with Black Lives Matter or like certain those kind of situations. We've gotten more of those songs, and I think that's definitely helped, especially in this generation and the times we're in. It just helped because music does bring people together, and so to have these songs kind of like just curated to everything that we go through or just to make us happy I feel like it's made an impact already, and I'm excited to see what 2022 has.
Yeah, the diversity for sure. Like I didn't get to watch the BET Awards, but I watched like the little snippets that they always drop. And the BET Awards was so diverse this year. I don't know if people recognize it. Like it was so diverse. Like people had outrage because Lil Nas performed, but Lil Nas performed at the BET Awards. So even though there was like backlash, just like, yo, this is pretty diverse. This is pretty like revolutionary for the BET Awards being traditionally what it is. Like you had Ari Lennox, Jasmine Sullivan,
Toby Nwigwe, that was fire. Toby
Nwigwe, Tyler the Creator.
Yeah, Tyler killed it as well. Like it was
actually gave to me. I feel like that gave BET Awards more like more credibility because like they're highlighting a diverse array of Black artists. So it's like more people will be able to connect with it than usual. But not just the BET Awards, like a lot of awards show, I feel like they're trying to be more, some people don't like it, but I feel like it's a good thing to be more inclusive and like embrace different things because now more people can be involved in the conversation.
But I think it also helps too, like in the case of the stereotypical thing, like if you're Black, you're automatically probably gonna do rap, R&B, soul. It's cool to see now that you have us in different lanes like country, all these different genres that people don't expect, and now they're allowing these people to highlight those talents on the bigger stage. So it's shown, you know, other Black people, like, you don't have to stick to this one thing. If you want to yodel away. If you want to, like, whatever you want to do, you can do it. I'm just waiting for like a Black K-pop group. I feel like life would truly be different.
Oh my God.
I cannot wait to see it happen, because it has to. I know it has to.
Like a Black person that grew up in Korea and like makes their own like pop R&B. That would be explosive.
Yeah. I don't know why anyone has never thought of that. Do it, people. Do it. Me just telling you.
Watch the pop group machine like get on it. They're gonna find it. They're gonna look.
Yes, please do. Please, if my Japanese was better, starting today, I would be forming a J-pop group, but it's not there, and so I'm not gonna do it. But I'm excited to see someone hopefully one day.
Wait, so obviously it might not be fluent, but how confident are you in like speaking Japanese?
If you would have asked me that, if you would have asked me that maybe like a solid year and a half ago, I would have been like, let's go. But I haven't. My senior year, I didn't take Japanese at all. But my sophomore and junior year, I did, and I graduated in May, y'all. So rusty, it's real rust. Like, it's giving real rust. I don't even know anymore if I could like comprehend. I know I can comprehend, but I don't know how much I'd be able to give back. But I know the basics, because I know everyone loves to ask me the basics. Can you give me like a little sentence? And I always say this. This is what I'm going to say to y'all right now. Utashi no namae wa Kaeji desu, dozo yoroshiku, and that's basically my name. I think I can slightly.
That's so good.
Thank you. That's why I say it every time. But other than that, it's really iffy. I need to get back on it. But yeah.
Well, that's a cool thing to have. Like, I'm bilingual. I speak English and Japanese.
I know.
That's a fly thing to say.
I don't know how, like, if y'all really care, but if y'all don't, I'll leave a timestamp to fast forward. But this is about Japanese life real quick. So I do plan, hopefully, maybe there's something called the JET program, if y'all don't know. And basically you can live in Japan and teach English. So I was thinking about doing that, because that would help me like be better. But I know my family would have like a scare and be worried out of their minds. But that was something I was thinking about doing. So I don't know.
Wow. That would be dope. That would probably be super exciting too.
Yeah. Gotta work on it.
Yeah, definitely. I realized like my family, we recently went to Mexico, and I realized on that trip like how not necessarily ignorant, but like how incapable I am, because most people speak like 3-4 languages. So the area that we were in, and it was just like, wow, like, I can only speak English. And it's interesting because when you're in Mexico, most people speak Spanish. So now you're like the immigrant or whatever, or the foreigner, and people look at you and you're speaking English like she doesn't know what she's doing. So it changed perspective for me, and it was like, there's actually a certain like loneliness when you're trying to express and talk to someone and they don't understand what you're saying, and it's generally the people around you speak a different language than you do, and you can't casually conversate. It's like, it's interesting. It made me realize, wow, like,
these people.
But anyway, not to go to such a dark place.
That's our spiel on multi-languages. If you have the opportunity to learn another language, please do it. That has been the ad for today.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Back to music, y'all. So I don't like. So I want y'all also to know that when I do these things, honestly, y'all, it's not even deeply planned. I should be better, but it's probably not. But this is why I feel like it works, because the conversations are just so like flowy. But moving on about music. So I know you love, just like I love, like the finding that artist that you feel like no one knows about yet, and you just found them. It's like, yes, finally, like I found someone. Like, so can you give us some artists that you found like this year that you were just like, nah, I'm about to put the world on with this one?
Ooh. Okay. So I'm actually the first artist I'm gonna mention. I'm gonna break the rules. This is an artist I discovered back in like when I was in college, like when I first started college, and he's still low key. And I think he was like hot for like a couple years, like in 2008, 2009. He's a British singer. His name is Sam Sparrow. I don't know if you know who he is. He is freaking amazing. The way he mixes like soul and techno together, like the way he does it is just so exciting. And he's still pretty like low key. I know he does like live shows in LA and stuff, and like he still has a certain like small exclusive group that he does stuff with. But he is so talented. Like he has one song that was really popular in 2008, Black and Gold. You probably heard it. But
feel like I have maybe.
Amazing. Yeah, you definitely have because I feel like that song was everywhere when it first came out. So he's like my heart. When I listen to him, it's like I don't know, it's like a whole totally different world. Him. Okay, so now I'm thinking of artists that I started listening to this year. Tems, but she's like popular now. Like
yeah, now but I mean,
everybody. Yeah. Oh, you can hold my body. Yeah. So ever since she did that song, with Wizkid, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like pretty popular now, but now I'm like listening to her projects and I'm like, oh my god, she's so dope, and like she just has like such a like feminine yet powerful vibe about her that I really like. I'm trying to think of someone low key. Let me do someone from Buffalo. I really like Brother Tomsos. I don't know, you probably never heard of him, but I've highlighted him a couple times on my blog. He's a dope rapper from Buffalo, New York. The cool thing about him though is that like he raps, but like he has like encouraging messages in his rap.
That. I love when that happens.
Quality. Like, you know, when you say underground artists and stuff, people are always like, oh, low quality. No, all his music videos, crisp, clean quality, sound, audio, crisp, clean quality, can spit, got crazy talent, dropped a series of projects this last year and this year. He literally started rapping last year.
Wow.
And the crazy part is that he's rapping like how Drake say, rookie in a vet. Like that's how he sound. Like he can spit for real. And he's had one of the rappers from Griselda on one of his projects. He's had a lot of different rappers, some amazing musicians from Buffalo that like tour with national artists. He's worked with them. He's freaking amazing. And let me mention someone else. I'm trying to think.
If I have done this right, y'all, then y'all probably would have just heard snippets of these songs as she was saying them. But I don't know. I'm not going to promise that. But if you hear it, that's what they are. Ooh, do you have a Spotify rap? I'm sorry.
You know what? Okay, so this is the thing. Spotify rap and even Apple Music. The thing is that a lot of times, like Spotify, I use mainly to find like Buffalo songs. So most of the music I play is local music.
Yeah.
And it's more so to configure playlists. Like I don't really casually listen on Spotify. I do casually listen on Apple Music, but the thing is that I be playing my work appropriate playlist. And like those are songs that like I listen to because it's work appropriate, but it's not songs that I will listen to out of work necessarily. So when I got my like end of the year thing from Apple Music last year, I was kind of tight because most of it was work songs. But if you think about it, if I'm playing 6 hours of the same songs every single day, 5 days out of the week, that's what it's gonna be like. Somebody that I used to know by Gautier was your top one in your top 5. I'm like, okay. And that song is great. No shade to him because that song is amazing. But it's a work appropriate song, so that's why I'm playing it. So that's my little grudge with that. But I probably should still look at it, see what it says, because I have listened to a lot of Buffalo hip hop on my Spotify.
I don't know what it is this year. I don't know if y'all. I don't know how y'all would tell me. Y'all wouldn't be able to tell me, but this year I feel like I took a little step back from Spotify because I would find songs on other platforms, so then I would YouTube them, but I would never sit there and like go back from YouTube, write down the song, go get it on Spotify. So a lot of the songs I would just re-listen to on YouTube. So I feel like Yeah, my Spotify Wrapped is. I feel like it's accurate now, but there's definitely like other songs that are played a lot.
Yeah. And then like what I know for like with Apple Music, you listen like when I first got my first iPhone. When I listen to like the like 20 songs over and over and over again. Like if I go to my recently my most listened to songs, those are still like the top 15, 20 songs. It has not changed because I literally listened to those songs so much in like 2017, 2018. So it's like I really can't tell. That's why what I do is I have like my sneak vibing playlist, which are just kind of songs that I like that if you want to listen to that I like. But I just do like sneak vibing 2019, sneak vibing 2020, 2021, so that I just know what songs I was listening to in that year. Because I'm not sure if the end of the year things are fully.
Makes sense. I can't even.
Okay, but I'll just say, I know Lil Nas X is. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to. Oh, this is so hard. I'm trying to think because I wanna shout out another artist that's like on the rise that I really like, and I know it's gonna come to me after, and I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm trying to think of mine while you're
trying to think. Do a countdown so my mind can race.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5. 1.
What's the guy? That's the type of dog. Oh, my baby got it all. Yeah. She be topping off. You have no clue. He had a song that was popular on TikTok too. I should have answered that for your first question.
You definitely should.
He's from LA. He hangs out with like Mozzie. I don't know if you know Mozzie.
Yeah, I know who Mozzie is, yeah.
Mozzie, YG, like he hangs out with them. And he has some songs and he's like, Black something. It's gonna come to me. Anyway, let's keep going. I'll be your friend.
I'm gonna give y'all mine. I probably should have thought of them because I really haven't. And so let me just I wouldn't be doing myself justice if I didn't shout out my recent We Want to Know guest. So Wanya, he's a rising artist. It's like really like, I don't know how you describe it. He told me how he described it and I already forgot, but it's like really melodic. Y'all see, if y'all go to my YouTube channel, probably his episode will be up, so y'all can hear that. But him,
oh yeah, I saw you posted that. So
yeah, my cousin, Kat from State Farm, who raps, is like really just dope and just like I was about to say chaotic, but not chaotic. It's just like really dope music. Who else? Let me see who I was listening. I listened to this song. I feel like not a lot of people listen to it. I posted it on my story one time too, my Instagram story. But it's called Sarah Lee by someone named Samaya. That song is fire. The visual for it is it's a lot of blood, but when you see like the concept, it all makes sense. She's dope too. She doesn't have too much music out, but she's dope as well. And lastly, I'm trying to think who's someone new.
You said ooh, and I thought you were gonna say young.
No, I'm trying to glance my Spotify playlist really quick. Let's see. I feel like I'm just like her. Like I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know.
And there's a bunch, but it's just trying to get it to come to my mind.
Yeah, especially like I feel like a lot of the artists that started off undercover this year have just rose out of nowhere. Like,
yeah,
boom, it's crazy. I'm happy for them, but I feel like wow, like the grind. Oh, you know who I'll say? I feel like it's not even that low key, but AJ Tracey. He's from the UK. It's like UK drill kind of. But it's just his music's pretty fire. But yeah, definitely dope music. So make sure if y'all listening to this podcast, pause it for a hot second, write down the songs, or you could come back, but do one of the two because we've got the sounds for you. Rhyme bars. I'm on my own list of upcoming rising artists. Yeah, shoot. I'm about to curate a whole mixtape in a hot second. That's what I'm gonna do. So make sure y'all let me know. I need y'all to follow my IG. I am dead serious. Just for a YouTube video though. So I need to just announce that here. I'm gonna make a whole song for a YouTube video, but let me know what genre should I be doing.
I feel like some cool jazzy hip hop stuff would be fire.
Oh, it's jazzy hip hop. Oh, I should be jazzy hip hop, right? Jazzy hip hop, and one of the verses be in Japanese. Ugh, fire!
You would kill them.
I just put y'all on, and I still have contact with my sensei. So y'all, if I need any help, she'll help me out. So y'all, be prepared. Don't steal my idea, whoever's out there, because I know you'll try. Don't do it. Fire. But
Gotta trademark it.
Yes, for real. Like, if y'all listening to this, keep this on the download. This is between me and y'all and us. That's it until it comes out. But anyway, we're all over here in this podcast, but that's what makes it great right now. So speaking more about music, I don't know what I was gonna say, but it just lost me. But so we're just on this topic of music and kind of just all over the place. But like I feel like in this time that we're in also though, I feel like because we spoke about TikTok earlier, but I just wanted to bring it back because I feel like sometimes though some artists, like especially the higher up artists or so, they try to make music specifically for TikTok and it doesn't go anywhere further than that.
Yeah.
I feel like we've also seen a lot of that too. Like people think their music and the little dance that they put together will hit and it actually misses.
When you try, that's the thing with TikTok. When you try too hard, it's not going to work. You have to have that genuine, like either funny or like cool moment that happens that makes it work. Like if you think about number one, TikTok has taught me so far is that like kids are the future, young people are the future, because whatever they're listening to, even if they're doing a funny dance or whatever, if they play your song, then it becomes a trend. It happens. And then not only that, look at all the songs, like older songs that have like resurged because of TikTok. Like look at Fleetwood Mac Dreams. That's played everywhere. Look at what's the song? Just the Two of Us.
Oh yeah.
Like that song like resurged like crazy.
Now you have
like,
Jerk.
Huh?
You're a Jerk. Now You're a Jerk has come back full force.
Right now, which is crazy.
Crazy.
So it's amazing because it's like you have to have like there's a certain connection your music has to have. You cannot force it. It just happens when it happens. Yeah. So that's the cool thing I like about TikTok is that like it's hard, but at the same time it's super inclusive. So you're gonna find, the people that you rock with. Yeah, but music is just really interesting right now, especially with TikTok. Everyone's trying to make something like cool, bubbly, and quick, which sometimes that's not even the thing that takes off. It's weird. It's just like there's really no formula for it that I see. It's just a moment happens and it takes off.
Honestly. No, I know also like I also want to speak on this a bit because I know we're talking about music. Like I believe it was T-Pain. Steve Harvey plays it on his like morning radio station like all the time, this little bit. But like T-Pain saying like everyone's sounding the same. He's like, y'all all want to have the same name. Y'all all want to sound the same. Like bring something new to the table.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to, that's why I think I love like artists who aren't there yet because they're still kind of in their own bubble. Like they're still just talking about what they want to talk about rather what they think will make a hit or get them popular, which is usually around the same topic, girls, money, drugs, like all that stuff. And it just gets tiring, honestly. That's why I've really stepped away from like a lot of the mainstream, or I'll just go back and listen to like all this old songs that I have saved because I'm like, this is exhausting. Yeah. Kind of listening to the same thing over and over, but like in different voices. Yeah. Chaotic. Like different voices in your head. Like who's talking? Why are you saying the same thing that he said? What is happening? It's just too much for me to keep up with.
Yeah, everyone's trying to make like vibey music, and oh, it's okay to have vibe music, but let it be your vibe, like genuinely you. Don't try to like make something you think people will like. Just make something that you will like.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then other people that are genuine and actually care, they will like it too. Like you don't have to like I think about and not only that, like I was just telling my dad this yesterday, like people people want to like follow the crowd, and it's like it's a cliche, but they want to follow the crowd, do what everybody's doing, what's hot. No, the cool thing is to do what you're doing, stay in your own lane, and then let people recognize, oh wow, what they're doing is kind of cool. And then you get their curiosity, and then slowly but surely they get on. They just have to slowly be converted to like what you're doing and be like, oh, is this okay? Wow, like look what they're doing. So I realized that. And I think Chloe and Halle said something about that when they were talking about advice from Beyonce. I'm going everywhere. This was on the Breakfast Club. But it stuck with me. They were like, she said, Beyonce told them, don't try to catch up to the world, let the world catch up to you. And ever since they said that, that stayed with me, because it's like even with me with Sneak Vibing, like I don't want to do what other with DJ Academics and or MTV and these are like platforms I watch and I support, so it's not no shade to them, but like these are platforms that I'm inspired by, but I don't want to be exactly like them. I just take influence and take inspiration from them and then do my own thing and put my own twist on it.
Yeah.
So just do your own thing, man. I think about Chica. About Drea is definitely in there doing her own thing. I think about, I really like YBN Cordae because I feel like he does his own thing kind of. Like he has his own vibe. He's never into what everybody else is into. To be honest, I really like right now, and I still like him, Lil Uzi Vert. Even though he's super popular, I feel like he's in his own lane. He really does not care what anybody thinks. He really does not. So like him, I really like him. Yeah. But I think just do your own thing, man.
Yeah, I think I feel like you go further and you feel more confident also when you just keep doing you, and then people recognize you for what for you and staying yourself. I think you just go further and you're more confident, because even the people that you mentioned, like those people are not people you see with large crowds of people. They kind of just stay to themselves, but they've created like their own kind of world surrounded by who they genuinely are, and people just happen to fall in love with that part of them.
And another thing too, when you're doing something unique and different, people will remember you. You can have a super hot song, and I can say this from experience because I've been to so many shows in Buffalo and surrounding areas. And one thing I've learned, you can do something kind of weird, but that you really care about and love, and people will remember you. And then you could do something that's a song that's super hot, that sounds like everything else on the radio right now. And you're dope for that one song, but you're a little more forgetful than the person that did something totally different that maybe wasn't well received. So it's just kind of like balancing, like knowing. And I think the cool thing too that I've always been interested in is how people can mix what they're doing but still have it be relevant, and then it come together.
Yeah.
So as long as you still have to watch what's popular so that there's some relevance there. Like relevance matters, but at the same time, still be you. You don't have to water yourself down so much where you don't even sound like what you want to sound like.
Yeah, for sure. I think also I lost my thought, y'all, but it was still along the lines with just being you, oh, I got it. It came back. But you can always tell also with music, because you'll find yourself recognizing these songs from the radio that you'll sing them, but some people won't even know who made it, versus someone else. You'll be able to remember their name, the song, what the video looked like. But other times, if people are just throwing their music out there, it hits the radio, okay, cool, you'll hear it, but you won't ever know what the person looks like, their name, even the full name of the song. Sometimes people don't remember. They'll just be able to sing the words to you. So you can always, I think that's another way you can kind of be able to tell when someone's genuine and, recognize them for their music.
That actually reminded me of Jack Harlow. So I've been a fan of Jack Harlow before, what's popping before that. I was already kind of onto Jack Harlow because, again, I follow those platforms that like look at artists before they get hot. Like they'll be like, what about this artist? Like, for example, DJ Academics, Complex, Revolt, all these places, they'll show like the what's hot. Or like, at award shows when they're like, they have a little intermission.
Oh, love that.
Of like artists. I love watching those. It's like, who's that person? Who's that person? Or if you see someone that you've been listening to and now they're on there and you're like,
love that.
Man, it's the only time. Like, for example, Adaya, my sister, she's the one that put me on Ari Lennox like 5 years ago.
Wow.
Ari Lennox used to do singing videos on YouTube, and she had this one song called Cocoa Puffs on her YouTube that I was obsessed with, and I would listen to it all the time. And now look at Ari Lennox. It's crazy because I knew Ari Lennox when I used to watch her singing videos on YouTube. Crazy. But I went all the way there to go back to Jack Harlow. I find it interesting when What's Poppin' came out, a lot of people did not know that Jack Harlow was white until he did the song with Lil Nas X. Oh, wow. A lot of people didn't know Jack Harlow even did What's Poppin'. Everyone knows the What's Poppin' song because it was so hot, but you don't know who the artist is?
Wow.
That's so weird. For me, that's weird. Like, how do you listen to a song and don't know what the artist is, or have any interest or intrigue in what the artist? I know.
It's the radio.
But I'll still listen to even either before or after, to know who the artist is if I'm interested in the song that I'm listening to.
Yeah, true. But there's some songs that'll just can I be honest? I used to hear Gallus a lot, especially New York tri-state area.
Oh,
you hear Gallus a lot. No clue what the man looked like for a hot minute. And then one day it came on outside of the radio. I think I was just at home or so that I heard it. And I was like, let me see who sings it so I could finally go like it or save it, whatever, because I did like the song. And I was like, oh, that's him. And it's crazy because I saw some kid, he was at the music video shoot with him. And I was like, who is he there for? Who is this man? I did not know the two, but, with the radio, you just hear these songs over and over again. And you don't really because you're traveling, you're on your way. So by the time you're done hearing the song, you're home, your mind's off whatever you had listened to in the car, kind of. So I think sometimes that can happen too, because it definitely happened to me a few times where I'm going back kind of late, figuring out who this person is and going, and I kind of just go into
right. Yeah. Everyone, no music shaming. Just this. And you guys listen to music on your own recognizance. No shame. But I think it's really cool and it's brownie points if you search the music you listen to, because you never know if you like a song that they have, you're probably going to like more music that they have. It's just exciting going through that journey of figuring out what you like, what you don't like. And it's that special thing, oh my gosh, found this artist and now I love their album from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's that cool musical journey. But yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. When I finally look up people, then I'm I go into this deep dive and I'm just let me find everything they've ever made. And then I'm just clicking, listening to everything. Yeah. It's so late though, but I eventually do that as well. That's I know you spoke about Ari Lennox and how you were put onto her a long time ago. That's me, but with DDG. I don't know if you know him.
You love him, man. You love him.
See, everyone knows this. If you follow me for a when I say a long time, then you would know, because I was following this man on YouTube, just watching his videos. And so I always used to post him, and now it's crazy. He's just boom, up there now. Everyone knows the song. He's performing at all these places and stuff like that. And it was for me, I'm just yeah, I was there at the start. I was there. I don't know, you just feel cooler when you could finally see these people who deserve that recognition or progress into these bigger people. That happens quite a lot.
I'm not gonna lie though, DDG seems he's toxic. It seems he's always in some drama and stuff.
Now, I think when he was younger, yeah, for sure, it was always something. That's what made YouTube interesting back in the day. But like now, I feel like not so. He tries to stay out of it for the most part, and like
Yeah,
now
he's
he has
definitely
such a
calmed
big
down. I
clan
don't
of
know him that
people
well
behind
either.
him.
So
I think now he just has like a lot of people like in his corner, so like he doesn't really have to say much. They'll say something if something happens, you know.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, is there any artists for you that just kind of blew that also blew up this year that are now mainstream, but you started following them like way back?
Jack Harlow is probably the most recent one because I remember I was following him. I was following him maybe like a year and a half before he got popular. I'm trying to think of anyone else that's like gotten popular. I mean, I probably can include Griselda in there. They really took it off. Another rapper from Buffalo. She's a Christian rapper, but she got signed to like one of the hottest hip hop Christian labels in the US. Her name is AI The Anomaly. She's signed to God Over Money. And she's taken off. She was actually on the cover, either Spotify or Pandora. I can't remember. She was on the cover. They had her face on the cover of like the hottest Christian hip hop for one of her songs. Actually, earlier this year, she dropped a project, and so after that, she started to get a lot more exposure, and she started traveling a lot and stuff. So I'm like a huge fan supporter of her. Trying to think. My mind is going blank. Is this a cancer thing?
It could be because I'll have a thought like a hot minute before, but then it just goes blank when I'm ready to say it. So it could be.
Yeah. Like I mean, my thoughts be stacked up, and then as soon as I got something to say, I don't say anything. Oh my gosh, it's probably gonna come to me. I'm literally thinking who's on my playlist that people listen to now.
It will probably come. I feel like
it'll come.
For me, while you think, for me, I'm gonna tell y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to Montel Fish for quite a while. I feel like he's not huge now, but he's definitely on a lot of like Spotify playlists and all that stuff. So I think he would probably have to be mine. He was like my number one on my Spotify rap thing too, also. But yeah, because he has like I don't know, it's like melodic, it's very relatable. Like it's kind of like talky sing. I don't know what to say, talky singing. That's just the best way I can describe it, kind of. But yeah, that's how it sounded. So I'd probably say him for sure.
Okay, I gotta look him up. When you said that, R&B wise, Duran Bernard is another one.
Oh yes, that was so loud. But yes, Duran.
Did you want
the Terrell
early on him, like when he was on YouTube and stuff?
No, I'm so sad I didn't. But once I watched the his first Terrell episode that he watched, I went back to like deep dive.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like watching all the stuff that like he had did, like just in his room with his little keyboard, like I was like, yes, because I didn't know that.
Yeah, we've been like now with Duran Bernard, it was a family affair listening to him. Because I remember like me, Cheyenne, Glory to Die, like there's music videos where we know every word to, we sing it all together.
Wow.
And I'm trying to figure out, I feel like Cheyenne maybe put him on to me. I don't know, one of them. I feel like one of my sisters was playing him, and then I started playing his stuff. But we were on him when he was on YouTube. Like we've been rocking with Duran Bernard for at least 5-6 years. At least I would say late high school, college to now. We rock with Duran, and just to see his progression. And this man been through so much. Like I feel like he's tried so many times to like get to a certain. But I feel like where he's at, he's in his own lane. Like he's a live perform show killer. He doesn't have to be super duper mainstream. He can literally live and do what he likes to do, have all of that personality, and still be successful. But yes. Also, can we stop and talk about Terrell?
Yes, we're on music. Since we're in music, we're talking about the Terrell 1 Million show. If y'all haven't watched it, go watch it because I rewatched that thing like 3 or 4 times. Way too many. And the whole soundtrack is on my Spotify. Crazy. First of all, you know what? That is what we're doing for this episode. Also, we're about to break that thing down because when I tell y'all, I've been rocking with Terrell for a hot minute, and when I say hot minute, I mean like way, way, way back. And it's just amazing to see his growth. That's what he's such an inspiration from what I'm doing on my YouTube channel. Like We Want to Know, like, honestly, he inspired that. And I can say that because he really did. Like, his journey's just been amazing. And he's always putting people on to these amazing artists.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I love the way he can like highlight artists. He highlights artists, does it in like such a positive, happy way, and like still making super dope music content. Like, but that 1 million show took it.
Yeah, we gotta talk about it
to a whole nother level.
Let's dive.
It felt like a full production. Like it felt like quality. Oh my gosh.
When I tell y'all that feels like an award show, y'all would think that was someone's award show or somebody's like BET special, because that thing was just produced so well. For a second there, I was like to my sister, is that MC Light's voice? Because you know how like MC Light does the announcement. I was like, is that her? I don't know. But anyway, it's so good. Like, just everything about it.
Super close that sounds like her. It wasn't, I'm sure it wasn't her. But he got someone that either sounds like her or whatever. I mean, he's in LA, so he could probably get anyone like voice actor. But like the introduction, having like a bunch of like Black creators and YouTubers like introduce different artists, like, oh my gosh, everything about it was so, the little commercials, the little fan shout outs, like it felt like an actual like moment. Then I watched it by myself. I watched it like Thanksgiving night.
Me too, once it premiered.
The day after Thanksgiving. The day after that morning, like I watched it like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning the day after Thanksgiving. So it was amazing. I was like so giddy, and it was still dark outside, but I was just so giddy. So I watched it. Then I watched it a second time. Then I watched it again with my dad, and I was telling my dad, like, this is what I want to do with Sneak Vibing in like a year or two. I'm not going to say in a year. We're going to do this.
Yeah, we're just claiming that right now, and I'm going to be right there watching because I need to see.
You are, and you're going to be opening. You're going to be introducing one of the acts. We're going to make it happen.
We're claiming that right now. We are claiming that.
We're manifesting this before 12/16/22. We're going to do it.
Yes, it's going to be so dope. I just can already see it. What?
So I'm like, but
the performances. Crazy. Can we just talk about my sister? Because my sister was here, Thanksgiving, and I forced everyone to watch. Like, if you were in the living room, you were watching it. There's no choice. So we were watching it, and she literally fell in love with Samant. I love him, and I was like, yes, love that. Duran killed it. We're just, can we what?
It was the breakdown at the end that like took it and like pulled my heart out of my chest. The breakdown at the end, we was like, you thought this was over. I'm like, this is such Duran Bernard activity.
It was.
And it was like little Duwapi.
Yeah, that was like so.
Then when I watched it with my dad, the performance I really liked that I kind of overlooked a little bit the first time was oh my gosh, what's his name?
I think I know what you're gonna say because it's the same thing for me. I think. Oh, the duet you're talking about?
The duet.
Candace and Candace and Avery Wilson, I believe.
The prayer.
Yes. I've always loved Candace. Killed it. That girl can sing.
So good. Like when I was listening to their vocals, I'm like, this is like liquid gold coming out of them. That's what it sounds like.
It was amazing. But
Kevin Ross too, like the second time around, Kevin Ross's performance.
No, the second time for me, but who really got me was I can't remember his what's his name? Eric Bellinger. Oh
yeah, Eric Bellinger, yeah.
Oh, he said just friends and then just a friend. That mashup, I was like, yes, I heard it the second time. I knew I was
the mashup too. That's what I'm actually curious about, because this is how genius Terrell is. He couldn't have done this like in one day or even like a month. this had to be over a series of a couple months. He's like, by this time, I project that I'm going to have 1 million followers.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to make this happen. We're going to do this and this and this. But I'm thinking about, because I'm coming from the logistical point of view, I'm thinking about the sound checks, the actual creation of each mashup. Because I think there was only a couple that did only one song. Everyone else did like mashups of 2 songs.
Yeah, they did mashups, or they would do the song and then like their own spin on it at the end, like they did with the prayer.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking, well, most of them did mashups because I was even thinking about the one girl, her voice was like so like gentle and light. Say Yes, the one girl that sang Say Yes. All you gotta do is say yes.
Oh, Alex Isley, love her. If y'all don't know Alex Isley,
it's something else. I can't remember.
I can't remember it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking, and then all the people that my dad always about the people playing the instruments like pianists.
That's such an old head thing.
I know. Man, that band is playing. That's what he's saying. But like even I'm thinking about the band, like the sound check, like he really had to be a mastermind to put this together and to do it like at the perfect time when he's gonna have 1 million followers and to do it like drop it on Thanksgiving. How smart do you have to be? Like everyone's home anyway. That's the opportune time. You're gonna get more eyes on your content. Like it was just so genius to me for so many reasons.
Yeah, such a fan. It was really smart. But I remember when he did his album, The Cookout. No, Invitation to the Cookout. And they were talking with his friend who does production and whatever, because Terrell went to school for music, I believe. But I remember the friend was like, Terrell's always been like that with music. Like just one beat, he can hear it and he'll remember it, and like he'll hear the little things in songs that normal people wouldn't hear. So I think he's just always been so musically inclined. Like he's just always knows what blends. And it's definitely showing in like a lot of the work that he puts out. Like it's insane. Like who would think of that?
Yeah.
And he sings
himself too. He sings good.
Yeah, he act like he don't, but he do. And Coco, love that.
Oh my gosh. Coco. That is one of my favorite. That actually might be one of my favorite songs of the year. I rocked that song out when they first dropped it.
Me too.
It's like
a solid 20,000 times. 20,000 times. I was jamming that so hard.
Oh my gosh.
Sure, but when we're talking about music, we've also got to talk about the music-based content creators, and Terrell is definitely one of them. Yeah. There's also another guy. He does like I guess like voice breakdowns. He does like talking about singing and something. I think his name's like Jordan, or I wish I knew his actual name. Y'all, I'll probably insert my voice over this to get the right name, but I don't even I don't want to say care, but I'm not a singer, so the breakdowns for me just like don't do much because it's not like I can sing those notes anyway. But watching him, like, I don't know, it's just something about his like aura or something that just makes you want to watch it. I saw him break down the singing in Terrell's 1 Million show for Avery Wilson in Kansas, and he did some other ones. And I think I just watched one, and then I went like through a loophole, and I started watching multiple of his videos, and it's like I can't even sing. What am I doing this for? But it's just like certain people in the music world, and their just energies definitely draw you. So if by now y'all probably heard the right name, so I definitely make sure y'all look at him. Especially if you're a singer, because he breaks down how to sing the certain notes that people do, the runs and stuff like that. But we've got to acknowledge the music creators as well, because these are the people that help other people get big and grow past what they even thought they could.
I think of Zach. Is that his name? Zach, that is like the
yes, Zach, yes.
I really like what he did. He's a little out there sometimes, but I still love what he does. He's another inspiration. I love what he does. I love how he's able to bring artists on.
Yeah, that's
and like talk with them about their music, like get a first-hand look and like a first-hand perspective of their music. I love that. I'm trying to think of other people. Who's the most notorious? I watch him. I used to watch him like religiously. Now I watch him every once in a while. Anthony Fantano.
Oh.
He's like the nerdy white guy that always wears the plaid shirts, and he
I
like
think
reviews like a bunch of music. Not just he's popular for reviewing hip hop music, but he reviews like alternative, pop, rock, like death metal. He reviews all music.
oh no, I didn't know that. I definitely have to check him out.
Yeah.
I feel like my YouTube's all over the place too, so that could be it. But yeah, definitely will.
Yeah.
But just want to take some time to highlight some of these people because they've definitely helped change the game in music as well. Definitely their credit for sure.
They do.
I don't think if there's anything else that we need to touch base on because it's just been all over, but it's kind of cool. By the time y'all hear this, the title of this will probably just be like a chaos, like a chaotic fun time. Like that'll be the name of this podcast. So, but yeah. Honestly, if you could pick before we even end this off though, if you could pick an artist of the year, who would you choose? Crazy, I know, because I don't even have an answer myself, but I'm just saying this because I feel like people would love this conversation.
It would have to be between Lil Nas X and Chloe.
Oh my gosh. You're in my brain. I was gonna say Chloe in my head. I was like, even though she doesn't even have that much music, but I definitely think for sure.
But the moment she had this year is amazing. And I might be a little partial with Lil Nas X. I like him, what he represents, but I also love his music. Because I feel like his music is actually the perfect mix of pop and hip hop. Like it's the perfect mix of like there's a lot of like pop hip hop stuff out there, but his stuff actually is genuinely hip hop music, but also genuinely pop music mixed together. You know how people like have like vibey songs or like hip hop like trap or pop trap, whatever.
Yeah.
His stuff actually takes pop elements and takes hip hop elements and brings them together in a like a cohesive way. And like, okay, I'm about to go into. Am I a Lil Nas X fan? I don't know, but I feel like with his music, I'm attracted to concepts. So I feel like his music videos and the way his stuff is like almost like galactic, like it's like otherworldly. Like when you listen, because like his music videos are so otherworldly and are like in a unique, fun way, it almost makes then when you watch the music videos and then listen to his music, it makes all of his music feel like otherworldly, like almost like you're doing something totally different or you're feeling something totally different. And I don't know, I just really like that.
Sure.
But Chloe too, like
yeah,
she has so many moments.
Definitely.
Well, first of all, Chloe and Halle together, the project is
and then them by themselves have been killing it. So I would definitely for sure. I think definitely though in consideration you'd have to include SZA did her thing, even though you know, what is Summer Walker? Summer Walker's project that she got.
Yeah.
Definitely in the contender.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Shout out to Summer Walker, and also everyone keeps playing like there's 2-3 songs that like everyone keeps playing, but no one's raving about the song she has with Pharrell on that project. That song goes hard. It's called That Right There.
Oh, I think yeah.
Like it's fly as I want to say. It's fly as this 4-letter word I want to say. And I'm like, no one's sharing it. No one's talking about, I'm like, this song is dope. All of the songs she has on there is really good. But that song is like fire. And no one's talking about it. And it's featuring Pharrell. I'm like, why is no one talking about this?
I'm telling you, these are the questions we had. These are the questions. Well, I think that's wait, also I keep saying this wraps it up. This is why this episode is just full of chaos. So thank you for listening if you've gotten this far. But can we just also, because the kid in me is just so excited that this happened, but Calling All the Monsters remake?
You know what?
Calling All the Monsters? Are you kidding me? The remake?
Okay.
They never had vocals, all 3 of them in it. They were just in the video. But this one, they had the vocals, they had the looks. some people were haters, and they were like, "We didn't ask for the extra voices." What is wrong with y'all?
I was about to say, so okay, I'm not gonna lie, I have not seen the music video. I only saw the little snippets that they shared on Shade Room, and I was looking at the comments, and everybody was like, "But did we ask for this though?" And I thought that was hilarious. But I'm glad that they were able to come together and do that, and like do like wasn't it like a 10-year or 5-year anniversary?
Yeah, it was like 10-year.
10 years?
I think it was 10 years.
She made that bop when she was 10 años.
Crazy.
Wow.
I don't even know. I can't. But it was.
Shout out to China for being like 21 and already an icon.
Honestly, she kills everything she does. Like, there's people that I stan, and she's one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, but I just had to talk about that because I feel like we needed to discuss it because it was fire, and everyone's like extra vocals. It's like, do y'all not like music? Because you would love the little harmonies like that they did. It was crazy, and then they added their brother to rap on it, like Family Affair. Support a black family.
Her brother rapped on it.
Yes,
okay, I'm gonna watch it. Right after this, I'm gonna watch it. Oh my god!
My soul. It's the kid in me. Just like, yes. I'm waiting for the days when Zendaya puts music back out because I think that will just have the world quivering.
When she puts what out?
When Zendaya puts more music out, when she pauses on acting. And
oh my gosh!
Here's a song.
One song that I was really into.
Replay.
Not Replay. Oh my god! I have a bad flashback of Replay because when I used to go to the dance studio, there was this one guy, and I'll just say he was flamboyant, and he would play Replay over and over and over again and practice choreography, and I was just like, okay, sir. But she had another song, something dancing like a model to something.
I think I know what you're talking about. I forgot what it was called though.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that now.
But I'm saying the moment Sis comes back out with another song, world shaking, earthquake. Because it's something. It's wow. It's gonna take
world shaking.
It's gonna take.
Yeah, Zendaya is huge. Zendaya is like she has the same type of effect like Rihanna has. Not to compare, because I know a lot of people like to compare, but like when it comes to the impact, it's almost similar to like how Rihanna has like such this significant impact on people.
You mentioned that, and I just briefly also in the contenders for album of the year, you have to give it to Doja Cat. She killed it.
Oh yeah. Actually.
Killed it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love Lil Nas X. I love Chloe Halle. I'm sorry. Doja Cat gets it. I cannot believe I didn't think about Doja Cat.
Doja Cat. It hit me because I saw a tweet and there was she's a UK artist. I love her though. But she posted a tweet saying like she believes Doja Cat will be able to be on, I think she said a Rihanna level, and people was like, no, she could be on her own level, whatever. But that's just what triggered that thought. And I was like, Doja Cat did it this year.
She's another one that like does hip hop and pop so well.
In every performance she does, it's like
she murders every single like Doja Cat features gotta be one of the most untouched feature games. Like you know how they used to make fun of Ty Dolla $ign because they're like Ty Dolla $ign anytime he's featured on the song, he's great. If it's his own song, he's not the best. Doja Cat, even if it's her own song, it's the best. But like when she's featured on a song, I don't know why her energy is just like, and the way she spit is crazy. It's like Doja Cat's on another level. Actually, I should have mentioned her earlier because she had a song that I would listen to on YouTube, like maybe even before the cow song, like the Moo song, even before that, there was a song that she had that I think it was called Still High or something like that I would play every once in a while. But yeah, her rise to stardom is actually so dope to me, so cool.
Yeah.
And she's so freaking talented. It's crazy how talented she is.
Great. I just had to throw that in there. But yeah, that officially ends the chaotic podcast episode of the day. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Just us rambling about life and everything. It's been great, honestly, if I can tell. It's been fun. But also, like I mentioned, make sure y'all follow Sneak Vibin because they vibing. They have Vibiness going on over there. So make sure y'all tune in and tap in.
Yes, happy Vibiness. Get with the vibe. Vibe responsibly.
Do it, people. And yeah. So make sure you go follow her on Instagram. It's Sneak Vibing, right? Sneak Vibing.
Yep. Let me spell it out for you guys because sometimes people it's at SNEAK Sneak Vibing VIBING blog BLOG.
So go tap in. But that has ends. Wow, I'm all over the place. But this ends. Not that you asked, where me, your host Kai, talks about anything and everything that no one asked me to talk about, clearly, because no one asked us to talk about any of this stuff today, but we talked about it and we got through it. And so, with that being said, thank you all. As you all are listening to this, I am sad to announce that this is, I believe, the last episode of the podcast until after New Year's, which is kind of sad. But we're going to be back and up and running to spend this time with your family right now. Love on them, hug on them. That's all this is about. But thank you all for listening again. And see y'all in the new year, I think. So yeah. Bye.